Today we're going to learn how to add resources to your Moodle page. So in order to do that, we need to go to this page here where we have our topics. I have to turn on editing so I can add things. And then you see here, when I click on that, then I get this plus add an activity or resource. And then I'm going to go into topic 8, seems to be free. And I'm going to add an activity or a resource. And what we're doing here is we're adding a resource, and it's called that because an activity is something that students can interact with, and a resource is just kind of a one way from the teacher to the students. Most of them are things that they can read or just watch. So let's go down. We already did the activities. Let's go down to the resources. Thankfully, there aren't as many. No, but it's nice that they have so many resources. Let me pull this down here a little bit. Okay, we have these resources. We have this annotatable file. You can read about what that is here. An annotatable file is a course resource in PDF form that students can open. What's kind of neat about it is they can open this file, read it, and take notes on it. And then they can keep those notes electronically on their device to use later. And there's a book resource. And the book resource is when you have a lot of pages, multi-pages, and I don't know, you could use it for like an introduction to a course or something like that. And it enables you to create a multi-page resource that looks like a book. You can create chapters or sections, and you can also add media files as well as text. And there's also files. I think this is probably the most commonly used thing, I'm guessing, on Moodle because you can upload files for your students to access and read for the course. You could share presentations, you could share course material. Okay. Folders are when you have a lot of different related files and you just want to collect them all in a folder, and that way they're not all over the place, they're just all together. Labels are kind of neat. Labels, they enable text and multimedia to be inserted into the course page. You can do it, for example, to add an introduction to the course, or in the introduction of the course. No, I think to add an introduction of the course. You can split up a lot of different activities with this and add subheadings and things like that. You can embed sound files. Lightbox Gallery. This is one that I thought was kind of neat and I might try to use in this course because in Lightbox you can, wait, let me pull this up here. Lightbox resource, you can view a gallery of images, and since I'm thinking of doing something with Vincent van Gogh, I will obviously have some images, and that might be a really neat way to collect some of the copies of his paintings for people to look at, and create kind of a gallery with that. Another resource is Page. The Page enables a teacher to create a web page using a text editor like we've been using in this course, and you can display text, images, sound, video, web links, and things like that. Oh yeah, the advantage of using the page module instead of the file is that it can be accessed by a mobile device. So that might be a lot of kids, young people like to use mobiles to work from, so that's an advantage with that. Another thing you can add is a poster. Let me go back up here. The poster enables a teacher to make a page out of blocks. I'm not sure I completely understand this, but it seems to be a collection of things. So you can use it for students to present their work on, to collect different things from students. And you can have calendars on there, comments, things like that. And then we have, I need to find out more about that. And then we have URL, and I can also imagine this would be really important because I read that if you use the Moodle Cloud, you have limited amount of memory on that space that you can use. And so if you use a link, you can save a lot of space. Just put the link in your page, and then this just allows you to download the URL code as a link on your page so that students can click on it and go right to that source and see what you want them to view. And it could be anything that's on the internet. So that's what a URL code is. So those are the different things that you can do. And let's go into one and find out more about it. I'm going to look at, I guess I'll go into File because I think that's probably very often used. Okay, to find out more about File, I can click on that help box and it tells me. This is an example. Like if I click on this is one file, week 1 presentation, another file, useful vocabulary. I think it's pretty basic stuff. That's how it's displayed. Okay, and how students view your file would depend on the type of file and its display settings. I have to get into that more later. Okay, so let's try that. We'll do, if I want to use file, I'm going to go down to add, and then I have to give my file a name. So let's say this file is going to be introduction to course. And then I'm gonna, let's see, in this course, we will cover a variety of topics. Have a look. Okay, oh, not have a look, have a look. And then I can go display the course description, and then I can add the file that I want the students to read. This would be an introduction, but it could be maybe a homework assignment, anything actually. And then here I can choose the appearance. If I don't know what something means, display. Oh, it determines how the file is going to be displayed, what it's going to look like on your page when it's displayed. This is the file size. This is the type of file, if it's a Word or PDF or something like that. There's show upload modified date. The last date it was modified. Display source description. Common settings. Yeah. Restrict access. I'm not going to do that. Activity completion. Again, this is like on the activities. I'm not sure if this makes a whole lot of sense with resources. And then tags. You can give it a tag name. Introduction to Van Gogh. He's kind of my go-to topic this week. Okay, and then course competencies would be, not sure. And then upon, yeah, what I want to happen when the student's done with this. But this is really more of a resource, so I'm not going to do too much else with that, except I would upload this onto the page for the students to have access to. And that's pretty much what that is. And then, importantly, when I've added everything, I have to push save and display. And let's see, the introduction, and that should be there. Okay. And that's how you add a resource. And then I can go back out to my topics. Okay. Thank you.